For almost 40 years, I've been taking photographs of our planet in an attempt to understand the Earth on which we live. As humanity progresses, I have the feeling we are still living in a two-tier world, undermined by inequalities, ravaged by wars. We're still incapable of living together. Today, naively, as a child might do, I want to ask a question. Why? Why, from one generation to the next, do we continue to make the same mistakes? I have not sought an answer in numbers or statistics, but in humanity itself. For me, having photographed the world on a grand scale, today it is in eyes and faces and words that I see a forceful means of reflecting the human soul. There is a proverb that says the eyes are the mirror of the soul. I believe it to be so. For there is nothing more compelling than someone looking you right in the eye and bearing their soul. Every new encounter is a step forward, and every story is unique. Witnessing so many other life stories made me wonder, do we all have the same desire for love, for freedom, and for recognition? In a world torn between tradition and modernity, are our unchanging needs the same everywhere? Ultimately, what does it mean to be a human today? What is the meaning of life? Are our differences so huge? Do we not share more values than we think? And if so, why is it still so hard to understand one another? I wanted to ask all these questions, to speak about humanity. Perhaps a crazy challenge, somewhat utopic, but along with my teams, we set out in all humility. For 2 years, we traveled through 65 countries, filming nature and the places man has created. In our quest to meet the world's people, we spoke to more than 2,000 of them. People we talk about, but above all, people we never talk about. People who tell their stories for the first time. I wanted to detach these men and women from their environments, focusing on their faces and words. Imagining a film where the beauty of the world resonates through their voices. Offering up a journey through vast landscapes, but above all through individual human stories. In Human, there is no commentary. I have left their voices pure and direct. In placing poverty, war, immigration and homophobia at the heart of this film, I've also made certain critical and political choices. But these men and women talk to me about everything. The difficulties of growing up, about love and happiness. It is the wealth and diversity of their voices that defines the heart of Human.
Thank you so much. Vă mulțumesc foarte mult că ați venit atât de numeroși astăzi și mi-ați dat posibilitatea să împărtășesc cu dumneavoastră ceea ce mă preocupă pe mine. Dacă îmi permiteți, voi continua în limba engleză pentru că în Facebook am trimis linkul, în primul rând, copiilor mei care sper să se uite la această emisiune. Ei, din păcate, nu vorbesc limba română. So I will continue in English if you allow me to do so. It is a privilege to leave Transylvania, my native country, my native town, and to go directly to Swiss diplomacy. Marrying a Swiss diplomat gave me the possibility to understand this world and to understand what's really important. So I'm here today, and I am grateful that the Entrepreneur Summit invited me to speak about humanity. I couldn't speak about something else because 23 years of Swiss diplomacy made it very clear to me that the new entrepreneurs of today have to be social entrepreneurs. They have to be sustainable entrepreneurs. There is nothing in between. And coming back to Romania today. I hope that we will inspire you as much as I am inspired to find those good human souls, those good entrepreneurs, which might find it proper to start a business in sustainability. We will have a panel of speakers this morning which are all concerned, like I am, with social entrepreneurship, and they will be very technical probably. They will give you a lot of data, a lot of information about what this new type of entrepreneur is. We had a small chat this morning. It was so interesting to meet them very, very shortly, briefly, to see that their concerns are my concerns, your concerns, and hopefully you will all come to this conclusion. An entrepreneur should have a social side. He should be a social entrepreneur. I have the privilege, like I said, to represent Switzerland, the formal face of Switzerland in the world. And I've been working with artists. So when the French filmmaker last year released his film in Paris, I met him and I told him that this is exactly the diplomatic journey we had made. We have seen in not 2 years like himself. In 20 years, we met people from all the ranges of society, and we could meet the rich and the poor. So you get the dilemma, where you belong to. Coming from Transylvania and going to such a rich country like Switzerland is, we have some Swiss fellows here following us. Where is your place in this world? How are you going to tackle your own human dimension? So I believe that diplomats themselves are entrepreneurs. And they are the most social entrepreneurs because they always see the good. And they do good, they try to do good. Klaus Schwab is one of those visionary figures in Switzerland. He is an economist. He is the founder of the World Economic Forum. And I'm happy to have also in the room fellows from the World Economic Forum, which do a great job for the state of the world. The World Economic Forum, I believe you know what organization that is. And in the backyard of the World Economic Forum, the social enterprise, the foundation, the Klaus Schwab Foundation, is happening, where social entrepreneurs get a chance to meet the world leaders. They do inspire me. Klaus Schwab and Hilde Schwab, both we've met them, of course, and they do support young entrepreneurs from all over the world, from Africa, from South America, and from Eastern Europe, if some of you. I had to choose to give you some ideas. What is social enterprise? What is a sustainable enterprise? So we have here the UN goals, the social development goals. This is how a social enterprise starts, these goals. So you can choose one of these goals. You can choose one of these goals and create your enterprise. Either you tackle poverty or education like my neighbor, or like myself, I am putting up a foundation, which is not clear what type of foundation it will be. I'm trying to communicate the need of social entrepreneurship further, using artists, using their voices, using their artistic expression to amplify the message of entrepreneurship and the need to address these goals. So if they are at home sitting comfortable with their coffee, they know that they are in my mind. All those social, cultural entrepreneurs I am working with, and I'm so happy and so privileged to have them. United Nations have different tools, so I would like you, after this speech, after this morning, to go into these links and have an idea what these 18,000 nominations and 80,000 applications, every year 17 social entrepreneurs, the most innovative, are chosen. Maybe you'll be one of them very soon. Private-public partnerships are so strong nowadays, and if Bill Gates Foundation is addressing health issues, this is what's going to be in the next few years. Every huge multinational company is tackling and will address. one of the goals. And for the very lazy one of us, you can calculate your CO2 imprint, or you can bike to work. How many of you did bike to work? I don't know. I am not sure, some of you. I'm trying to bike to work and to the beautiful city of Paris where I live every day, at least to do some good for this planet. Thank you so much.